Once upon a time, before the internet, Nintendo had once had their own gaming magazine called Nintendo Power. It was back in the early 90s. I was turning 6. I remember I could not figure out how to beat a game, and the struggle was real. There was something awesome about having to own these magazines, and looking at the amazing pictures of these games is probably the reason why. I used to collect them just for the cheat codes. It was so cool to do cheat codes back then with the simple BA, up, down, left, right, select, start buttons. So here's what I did. I had a friend named Daniel. I can remember him playing his Super Nintendo and Donkey Kong Country game. I would go to his house every day just to play. He told me, get your own Super Nintendo and Donkey Kong, and I knew I couldn't afford it. The next day, Daniel wasn't home, and it was me and his brother, all by ourselves, so we decided to do the unthinkable. So that day, I decided to sneak into his drawer to find dozens of Nintendo Power books. I couldn't help but think how much trouble I'd get into if I was to even lay a finger on his shiny new issues. But I just had to. Like a kid at Christmas time, I was going through each Nintendo Power issue and copying cheat codes down, writing them in a small book I took from home. As if that wasn't enough, we even powered up his Super Nintendo and started playing without his permission. His brother didn't seem to mind. Well, they say all good times come to an end, and Daniel had walked in to find us having fun. He was so mad, his face turned red. I knew I was dead. Me and his brother were so scared we were never to enter his room again. The next day, I did apologize to him, and he forgave me. It was quite funny though. 1995 came around. I finally got my hands on my own Super Nintendo and Nintendo Power magazines. But till this day, every time I look at Nintendo Power magazine, I remember that time, and sometimes I can't help but laugh.